Hi, everybody. This is Matt Young, PAML principal. It is Friday, October 23rd, and this is my communication from the week. Just wanted to highlight this drawing made by a student sent to me showing his school spirit. Thank you, Kevin. I really like this drawing. I've been putting it on everything this week. Don't forget, our screening survey link is right down here. You can click on it in the slideshow that we include. My objective today is to talk about safety and some changes in reference to safety. I don't have anything for Schoology to share with you again this week. And again, as always, just want to keep our fear and anxiety at a minimum by talking and answering questions as they come up. Remember our community commitment here. It's not just about what we do here in school, but what we do out in the community that is going to make a real impact on our ability to keep the virus out of our school. Please wear a mask. Please wash your hands often. Practice social distancing. Stay home when you're sick and travel only when necessary. The big news this week is not entirely good. But it is necessary. We received guidance from the Secretary of Education's office this afternoon, that very clearly indicated a stricter application of 6 feet of physical distancing in students in grades 7 through 12. So that impacts our 7th and 8th graders needing to be 6 feet apart. The guidance requires us to return to a split cohort model, a split attendance model, beginning Monday, November 2nd. So that's not this coming Monday, but the Monday after. We're going to go back to our green and gold configuration for our 7th and 8th graders. I know that's not welcome news, but it is necessary for us to stay compliant with the guidance coming from the Secretary of Education's office. I want to be really clear that this is a shift in guidance from the AOE that's not in response to any known or confirmed cases of COVID-19 in our school community or in the region. It is a result of a shift in guidance. So things we are doing. We are returning to a split attendance model for 7th and 8th graders only. We are going to continue using the groups that we have, that we were in this week. And students will be assigned the same color day that we had during our reopening. I'm so glad that we have next week to sort of iron out the details and work with any kind of confusion. And I am just really sorry that we have to make this sudden change. It was really unintended, and but it is necessary for us to be compliant with guidance coming out of the Secretary's office. Things we are not doing. We are not returning to a strict cohort isolation model. We're going to continue mixing for recess and lunch. We're going to continue mixing for expos. We're going to continue transitioning to rooms for expos teachers. We are able to do that safely and in accordance with current guidance, so we're going to keep doing it. We're not making any changes to our configuration for grades 5 and 6. Grades 5 and 6 have a different set of guidance that allows students to be distanced up between 3 and 6 feet. So they have this minimum of 3 feet. So we're able to have students in grades 5 and 6 closer together. And like I said, again, we are making these changes, or we're not making these changes in response to any known or confirmed spread of the virus in our community. Just some reminders for green and gold groups. Green attends school Monday and Thursday. Gold attends school Tuesday and Friday. TA teachers are going to be sending reminders about group colors to students next week. I'm just so thankful we have next week to get this all ironed out. Please, please, please get in touch with the office if you have any questions or we need to adjust colors based on schedules. Big questions last week was around staying connected when students couldn't come to school. This document that's in this link right here is your place to go for that. Students are gonna log in there. Again, it's a asynchronous or our model for staying up to date in school for students who can't be here will remain asynchronous, but live support. So students can check in with teachers about any assignments they have and get the support they need. We also have a remote TA available for students who can't be in school each day. And again, same thing for 7th and 8th graders. Our remote activities, these will obviously be more critical starting November 2nd when we're in a split attendance model for 7th and 8th grade. But the details about that schedule are right here. Again, same idea, asynchronous learning, live support. We are hosting a virtual author visit. I've been reading this book, Zenobia July, myself. Great read. I'd encourage everybody to do it. We can order signed copies of the book for you using the form right here. You can get in touch with Shannon, the librarian, for any questions. One thing that came up this week was snacks, and what we really have to do to keep everybody safe and in compliance with current guidance is to make sure we're only eating during snack time or lunchtime. We have designated times for students to be able to eat. We're asking students not to eat outside of that. If we need to make a special plan, please get in touch with your student's TA teacher. We can definitely make accommodations, but just help us remind students that we're really, it's just not safe in this, COVID compliant world to graze all day with other students around. If anyone is interested in enrolling in the fully remote program for semester 2, please let us know. They are asking us to have a list of new enrollees by November 2nd. That program will start in the middle of January, but they are asking that people get in touch with us now and make a decision on whether or not that's what they want to do. If you're at all interested in it, just give us a call. We can chat about what the program's like and what the experience has been so far, and we can just go from there. But that decision, at least we need to indicate whether or not a student is interested by next Monday. Lots of Unbound information for winter and spring here. Chad's really trying to build a cool program for the winter and spring. So please check out his form, which is right here, and we'd love to hear your input. We are going to be testing our emergency communication system for snow days on October 28th. And please let us know if you don't receive a phone call or a message on the 28th. And don't be alarmed if you do. We are launching a new web content filtering software. Once we do turn that on in the next couple of weeks, students' devices will be filtered even when they're at home. So if a student can't access certain web pages that they think they should have access to, please let us know, and we will work it out. Unfortunately, I have been dealing with a fair number of broken devices this week and last week. And while it's unfortunate, it's also not entirely unexpected. We manage a lot of devices here, and it's reasonable that they get broken sometimes. But the one thing we really want to communicate to you and ask for your help is to have students keep their devices in their cases. That really helps a lot with the broken screens and other broken things that can happen. So please help us remind students to keep those in devices, and don't be afraid to check out our recommended care and use documents that are on this slide. Halloween. I feel like we could use some joy, and Halloween has a really great way of bringing joy into especially a middle school. So I'd invite our students and our adults to get dressed up for Halloween next Friday and the 30th. just please remember, appropriate dress for school. Weapons or references to weapons are not permitted, and not too scary. Okay. So looking forward to that day. I know many of our teachers are really excited. I don't think we've celebrated Halloween around here for quite some time. So looking forward to that. I did get a question this week around our more strict, more conservative 3 days symptom-free following a cold or illness not related to COVID-19. And we recognize that those policies are conservative and restrictive, and we are interested in looking at how we can sort of shift those to better meet people's needs once we get a couple of weeks of full attendance under our belt. And so we'll definitely be looking at that, and we do recognize that they are conservative, but they do help sort of prop up feelings of safety in our building. That's all I've got. Thank you very much for watching. Please feel free to add more questions in the link below, and get in touch with us if you have any questions or concerns about our split attendance changes for 7th and 8th grade starting on November 2nd. Thanks.